Hi, this is Taryn Grome, editor of Pharma Voice. We met with numerous inspirational thought leaders at this year's DIA annual conference as part of our Editors Take video series. I hope you enjoyed this discussion.
In this episode, we meet with Kathryn King, Vice President, Vault Clinical, Veeva. Tell us about your second annual Paperless TMF Survey. What are your findings?
Yes, so we're excited to be part of the Paperless TMF revolution, and we're really interested in understanding what's driving people to adopt technology and to remove paper from the process. We're also still seeing a lot of paper in the process, and so we wanted to understand what was driving people to the continued use of paper. And for a company like Veeva, it's important for us to understand and to have the industry understand the differences in the types of technology that's utilized across the industry for eTMF. So we sent that survey to more than 200,000 respondents, but we used a qualifying question to make sure that we were getting people who were fundamentally responsible for building, maintaining, and archiving the electronic trial master file. And that's the survey results that we were happy to present. So we're beginning to see a decline in the amount of paper that's being used in the trial master file. We're also beginning to see a decline in the amount of paper being used for sponsors and CROs exchanging documents. And all of this is really encouraging in terms of our move to paperless trial master file. Moving slowly behind that is also a replacement in processes. Less manual processes are being used and more electronic processes are being used in order to build, maintain, and archive the trial master file. Really encouraging results this year, but more work to be done to meet our goal.
Were you surprised by anything in the results?
So data always brings surprises. One of the most interesting findings that we saw here was really the juxtaposition of the cost of the technology and the cost savings that people expect to receive. So the barriers to adopting an eTMF are still seen as very low, but cost is the most commonly reported barrier. However, the most commonly reported benefits include cost savings. So people really are looking for ways to change their process, change the way that they're working, leveraging the technology that's available now. So we're hoping for more rigorous and careful analyses that look at that cost related to the value that people are achieving so that good decisions are made moving toward a paperless TMF.
Are there any indicators that might predict what we can expect going forward?
So I'd like to bring up two areas there. The first is the use of metrics. So we're still seeing a limited use of metrics. Only 14% of companies reported that they're extensively using metrics, but more than half reported that they're somewhat using metrics. What we want to see is that with the increase in the electronic trial master file use, more companies use metrics to manage and to measure the process. So I'm hopeful that we'll begin to see a real change in the amount of metrics that are used. The second is the ability to provide electronic direct access to the trial master file for inspectors and for auditors. And what I hope we're seeing there is an example of auditors transforming the way that they work, doing it completely differently because of the technology that's available, which is really what we want to see the whole industry do. I hope that's a trend we'll start to see materialize.
Why are only 14% of companies using metrics extensively?
So I think these processes are very manual, which makes them very hard to measure. And it's the introduction of technology that allows you to get more information about the processes that are being done, and then to figure out what processes need to be improved and how things need to change. So I think it's really that evolution from a manual process to an electronic process that's going to be part of the evolution of metrics as well.
For more information on this topic, visit our Thought Leaders website.
For more Editors Take videos from the 2015 DIA annual conference, visit www.pharmavoice.com. Thanks for joining us.